Good afternoon, this is Zachary from Zachary Sweeps. The customer's just moved into this property, this wood burner. Obviously it's a farmhouse wood burner. It hasn't been used for a long time. It's got birds' nests in it, it's going all rusty. I'll give you a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. This is where the torch is. Like that. As you can see, it's all got rusty. The bars are bent on the sides, as you can see. Look, so it's going to need the new bars on the side. It's got a crack along here, but the good thing about this is that it's got the fire guard. So they can use it as an open fire at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video, come back and sort the doors out and everything. I'll probably take them with me, perhaps. And obviously we've got to move this out of the way. So we're going to lift that, and I think we'll put it in front of the window for the time being. But yeah, and then it's all rusty at the base of it. There's a baffle plate in there, a damper plate. I always get it mixed up. I don't know why. A damper plate in there, but it seems to be all in good condition. The screws have come out from the inspection hatch. I'm going to stick a brush up there, see if there's any more nesting in there. That's what I've just got out in there, as you can see. So I'll put you back where you were, and then we'll have a look. You might have to excuse the noise for a little bit. Make sure that you're level. Let's get you a better position like that. In fact, forward a bit more. Do is drop that down a bit so you can actually, I'll leave that as it is. That looks alright, just straighten that up. Push that up a bit. There we go. Leave it like that. Right. Let's see what else is up there. So we're going to use these bad boys. Let's see what's up there. So I'm just going to stick this brushes up there and see what's going on.
Lovely.
And then let's see what else is up there.
I'll put the tea here.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You're a star. And yeah, hopefully we shall see what's going on up there. And well, we will see what's going on up there, should I say? See, I've got a funny feeling that there shouldn't be much more of a nest up there. You've got an actual, on the top of it, you've got a cover over the top of it.
Yeah, I haven't actually properly looked at it, fair.
Yeah, it's got a cover over the top of it.
So it's got like a kind of, like a...
Yeah, it's got like a what we class as a brewer cowl. So it's like a square box. They're really good, they are. They're probably the best anti-downdraft cows on the market.
So the top bit is covered.
Yeah,
and then the side bits.
That's it. Yeah. So when the wind blows, it sort of blows around the cow, and it gives it a good draw of the fire. So you don't get any downdraft at all on them. They're literally.
Do you think like that big a bird could get into it?
No, well, it looks like I've got a feeling they've had a go and they've given up.
Right.
So we will find out in a minute. But mind you, I've just hit something now, so that's why I don't really want to put the hoover on now, because I want to hear what. The problem with the cow, because it's an old one, it's probably fitted about 10, 15 plus years ago.
Okay,
It's just got hooks on it. It hasn't got a strap around the pot.
right.
So what will happen is if you can quite easily knock them off.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't want to put the hoover on now. I want to hear the little donk underneath. Then I know that I'm on it. Because if I have the hoover on, I might not hear it as well. But I should be very, very close now. But
Yeah, 'cause it's not that high, is it?
no, that's right. That's probably why they put that anti-downdraft thing on there.
Yeah.
There we go. I can hear it.
So you're now touching the bottom of it, like?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. Do you want to have a listen? I'll do it gently.
that tinny sound.
Yeah, that's the underneath. So we know we're there now. So what I normally do is I just take one rod away.
Yeah.
So that I've got no chance of knocking it now.
Yeah.
And we'll see. There was a little bit of a nest in there, so. Further down, but yeah, I think what they've done is they've had a go and they've given up. To be honest with you, they don't tend to nest in them ones, them cows, because they can't get their sticks in there. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at that. Look at the
How
size
did they get
of
that in?
Well, that's it. If there's only one, and there's a couple.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that must be a reasonable sized bird to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Like jackdaws or rooks or
wait,
something.
how could a rook get in?
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's amazing, really.
Yeah, they really shrink down.
So what I'm going to do now, I mean, there's a couple of twigs in there, but
Yeah.
I'm going to put a bigger brush in there. It's just more damp than anything.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think it's been quite a while since it's been?
yeah, definitely. Looking at it, I don't think it's been. Was it an old person?
It
living
was.
there?
His wife died, and then he hadn't. He hadn't maintained the house for, for like say 4 years or something. I wonder whether he's been on fire for 4 years.
Yeah, but it definitely looks like it hasn't been used for a good couple of years.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now is I'm putting a big size brush up there. Make sure we get everything out, because obviously once I light the fire up, I want to make sure, because I'm going to have to roar it.
How can you tell that the other bit's okay, kind of thing? The bit between the cowl and the...
Yeah, it looks all right. I mean, and then because
you feel it? If
yeah, definitely. And what we'll do is when we have a fire in there, because it's an outside chimney, it looks like that this has been added on. There probably wasn't a fireplace here originally.
So basically, this has been added on about 10-15 years ago. I reckon they put that in at the same time.
Yeah. So like this is all exterior. So we'll have a look and see what's going on with it.
I think this was the exterior, basically, and then they put this in. It's slightly unusual having like a little window out to the side there.
Yeah. Definitely a nest here. Just be careful, I'm not on the hooks. There might be a little bit of a ledge there. Probably why they've been able to nest on it.
So they created a ledge, have they? Or
Well, no, I think there might have been a bit of a ledge where the chimney pot is. Because I've already taken one of the rods away, so I don't hit the underneath of that cow. And
there's a pot under the cow, isn't there?
yeah, so I think that's what it is.
So as it comes out the top there might be a ledge. Just
where they put the pot on.
Yeah.
Sometimes the cow, the liner itself can be a bit more narrow than the pot. The base of it's they're open quite wide, but if it's got like it looks like about an 8-inch flue pipe, really. It's definitely not 6. I'd say it's about 8 inches the diameter of that. It looks about 8 inches, doesn't it?
Something like that,
Yeah. So I can imagine that if you look at the top, the underneath of that pot, I think it's about 12 inches. There's probably about 2 inches around the edge of it. And that's probably how they've been able to put a nest in there.
So they're nested right at the top, isn't it?
Right at the top, yeah. And that's just a little bit of debris that's come down. You can see how wet it is, because you can see on my rods it's
a bit wet, isn't it?
yeah. But the good thing is it's just because the guy hasn't used it.
That's not rust or anything. That's
just come down the chimney.
That's just crap, basically.
Yeah.
That's bits of twig.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, it hasn't been used since that nesting's been in there, because you'd smell it now. It stink of soot. It's a real pungent smell, and it is, and it's just like it's a muddy smell.
Yeah.
So which is really good. So like when I did the chimney a couple of weeks ago on the exact same appliance, it was so tarry up there because what she'd done was she forgot to open the damper plate. It was closed, and of course what had happened was it created moisture in the pipe, and it tarred right up. So when I brushed it, it was just thick of tar that come down. It was like literally like going outside and brushing a muddy wet patio.
Right.
So you could get a lot of it off, but there's still mud brush marks on there. So when I had
that comes from the type of wood you use. Was that just
no,
from that's just from
just from her not having the damper plate open.
Right.
If she'd had the damper plate open, it would have been fine.
Right.
And then basically what happened was I had to turn around and say to her, you know, like burn like these logs that clean the flue, burn them for a week, then I'll come back and then I'll check it.
They get rid of the tar.
And they get rid of all the tar, and then she was really, she was very like very nervous about having a fire anyway.
Yeah.
And then so basically what I did was I got it all up and running for her and everything, and told her to ring me if she has any problems, but I haven't heard anything from her, and that was probably like a couple of weeks ago. But you can see on the brush. Like the discoloration around the edges where the actual, you can see that it's all dark around there.
It's just dirt, basically.
Yeah, that's all it is. So yeah, I think what we need to do is probably put that TV by that window when we get the fire going.
Yeah.
And then we'll do that. I'll get the fire all sorted, and then I'll help you move the TV out of the way if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then you can have the fire on and everything. Yeah, it's absolutely saturated this stuff in here. But like I said, it's really cool because you can get all these parts. So as long as the body of the stove's fine, you won't have any issues.
You think it is basically?
Oh yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the sides.
Yeah,
and everything.
it looks.
It's just literally all it is just where he hasn't used it. And that's it. That's all it is. It's nothing else. It's just lack of use.
Yeah. You basically can't leave a wood stove.
No, not especially with the weather that we've been having recently as well. And then because what happens is like, you know, once the nest's in there, then it'll just create, you know, moisture in the chimney all the time. Yeah. So it's we're lucky that this is like a solid pipe going all the way up into concrete. So
well, I think he would have done something about it earlier.
Absolutely.
If it hadn't been.
So, well, I just want to point something out to you, so if you'd be aware when you've got a moment. So you don't make the same mistake this woman made with hers.
This is the downer, basically.
Yeah. So if you look round the back,
I see that lever. Yeah.
Well, that's open.
That's open.
That's open. So when that bar's sticking up, that's open, and when it's to the side, that's closed.
Yeah.
So when you first light your fire, you want it open, and then eventually, what you want to do is you want to close it down, not fully, but probably about that much. As much as it'll, to be fair, as much as it'll go down.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't smoke back into the room. You probably have to play with it for a little bit. Yeah. But after that.
And so, once the fire's got going, that's when you do it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. You leave it fully open at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then what you do is like once the fire's on, then you can. There's spiders in here.
Yeah.
You'd think they would have hibernated, wouldn't you? They seem to survive all year round now.
Yeah.
It's an horrible little false nobles and false widow ones. I don't like them. They bite you.
Those are the ones with the white on them.
Yeah, that's it. They love chimneys, unfortunately.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, they absolutely love chimneys. So, yeah, leaving the woods soaking wet.
Yeah.
Just want to put that box.
So what are the dials for?
The dials. These are air vents.
Yeah.
And they what they do is you've got. I think you've only got two on this one.
There's two on the actual door.
Oh yeah, yes. Basically, they're there. Well, basically, what you'll be doing is you'll be using the top ones more than the bottom ones, because what you want to do is you want to have a nice thick ash bed in there. So, like once you've got the ash bed in there, you'll want to be using that. At the beginning.
So you want to leave a bed of ash.
You want to leave a bed
don't
of
want to
ash.
completely clear it
No,
out.
not at all. Because
Right.
what you'll find is if you clear it out, then what will happen is you'll find that the fire will just roar away all the time.
Yeah.
It will draw all the heat out of the room as well.
Right.
And then it'll be a nightmare. It'll be an absolute nightmare. You'll be like, bloody hell, I'm going through so much wood.
Yeah.
And it would just literally be because of it'll be because of it being drawn in.
So you clear the ash bed like ever so often.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. I think what we're going to have to do with this one.
Take it out.
Well, I'm not thinking it's going to come out at the moment
Okay.
because it's rusted in. So what I'm going to say to you to do first is to have some fires in it, like, as it is.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is like it will get all loosened up and everything, and then that should just all lift off after a while.
Yeah.
But we might as well just leave it in there as it is at the moment. Try and save it. If it breaks, then it breaks. Then we'll have to get another piece for it. But if it doesn't, because all these bits, every single bit, the fire breaks a whole lot. It can all be replaced and everything. So
where are the fire bricks?
the fire bricks around on the sides here. You see these bits here?
Oh right.
They're fire bricks, and basically they help insulate the fire. I mean, even the baffle plate's a bit rusty, won't move. It's on bars up here, but it'll all come undone. It's amazing. You'll find after a few fires and everything.
Yeah.
Everything will all come undone.
Loosens it up.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put this back on. So and then we're going to screw it in. And yeah, all 4 screws come off in the end, so which was great.
That's good.
I'm just going to bend it over. That last one. So you're learning a bit about the fireplace at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. It's like when the missus comes
you
up.
make assumptions with fires, can't you? Like this is the way to do it, you know.
Yeah, well, a lot, I mean, to be fair, you'll become the master of your own fireplace.
You learn its little quirks.
Yeah, absolutely. They all work differently from, the size of the room to drafts. Yeah. They all have, and that's the thing I always say, because I fit fireplaces, and when I say to people...
So open fireplaces?
Yeah, well, open fireplaces with wood burners and stuff like that. Because you can get them signed off by the building regulation regs. Building officer, building inspector from the council can come round and sign them all off and everything. And I always say to people that I go through everything with them, and then basically turn around and say like, next year you'll know more about this appliance and how it works than I do.
Yeah.
Even though I've installed it.
Yeah.
But you'll know like how it might work differently because you might have double glazing, or you might not have double glazing. It might be an old Victorian house.
Yeah, yeah.
You might have floorboards that are, original to the house, not like these ones that are all stuck together. So all these little things make a big difference. So like the ash beds is probably the most important thing. But
yeah, that's an easy one to get wrong, isn't it?
Yeah,
because I can see my wife being keen to keep it clean. And,
so many people do it, and then
creating a lot of work for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, people turn around and they say, like, oh, we're going through so much wood, and the first thing I ask them is like, do you empty the ash out? And they go, yeah, we empty every fire. And I say, well, but there's your problem.
Yeah.
And I always say to them, always, after I say about leaving the ash in there, I go, I'll just say this, by the way, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
And they go, what do you mean? I say, well, ask me, ask me the same question next year.
Yeah.
And you'll be saying, thanks so much. You've saved us a fortune on wood and stuff like that.
Yes.
Realistically, I mean, you can get them to work in a way that you'll be basically having like 1 or 2 logs on there.
Yeah.
Every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Whereas
that's the idea.
Yeah, if you empty the ash out, you're looking at doing it every. You could be putting 2 or 3 logs on every hour.
Yeah.
It's such a difference.
When you go to like rental properties.
Yeah.
It's often like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, it's
absolutely.
Because obviously they want to be tidy, I guess, tidy for guests, or the cleaners just do it automatically, or whatever it is. you'll often find you'll go to these rental properties and you go, oh, wood burner, and then suddenly it's like, it's just this roaring furnace.
Yeah, that's it. And the problem is as well, is you end up like you can do damage to the appliance.
Yeah.
Because it get too hot.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, if it warps the actual appliance, then that's when you're going to need a new one.
That's when it goes.
And that's when it goes all wrong and everything.
Yeah.
So,
I see there's a vent behind as
Yeah.
well, like through the brickwork.
yeah,
Is that meant to be open or closed? Is that...
a lot of people keep them closed this time of year.
Yeah.
But it's part of like the regs to have an air vent in there.
Right.
Realistically, it depends. I mean, if
It's probably a leaky house.
yeah, I was going to say if it was like, say, for instance, if it was a really sealed house, then you
Yeah.
probably want it open. Otherwise, you're not
Yeah.
going to get the draw on the fire. But because of
I'm
that,
sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
sure, yeah, definitely. Well, you can always have a tinker with it and
Yeah.
play with it.
Yeah.
I always used to have this thing with my combi boiler. It was in a cupboard, and there was an air vent downstairs in the lounge, and the guy used to come out and service it, and he'd always tell me off putting tape over the vent,
Right.
and I go, but it's in a cupboard
Yeah.
upstairs, the boiler.
Yeah.
I said, like, and there's no vents in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And, like, so what? This is downstairs in the lounge.
What's it doing?
Yeah, it's not doing anything apart from making my house cold
Yes.
downstairs, and it had like wooden floors and everything. It's
Yeah.
freezing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a.
How does it work when people have like? Because sometimes you see like in-out fires. Like they're half in, half out. Like they'll have them as an outside fire,
Oh,
and
okay.
then have them as an inside fire. I
Yeah.
don't quite work out how that would work.
What do you mean, like outside in the garden or in another room?
Yeah, so like they might, like the wall there, they might have it embedded into the wall, so it's like both inside and out, so it can be
Yeah.
used both as a outside heater essentially.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
inside.
To be honest with you, I've never seen one like that before.
I sort of went,
I don't know if it's
how would that work?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I can't see how it would work because you're going to get
You
a
can get
lot of cold air.
air.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to like really struggle.
Or maybe the fire's in two, like I don't know if
Yeah.
this is the inside bit,
Yeah,
that's the outside
maybe
bit.
because what it is you do get a lot of them with doors on both sides, but
Yeah.
that normally
Where you have it like a divide between the
yeah,
room.
that's right. Yeah. Say there's a room where that wall
Yeah.
is, you take that wall out, and then you can
Yeah.
have it open. You don't have them open on both sides, but just
Yeah.
on one side.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just blows the smoke right through.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm just going to give it a quick hoover it up, and then we'll give it a bit of a blast, see if we can get it up all running and everything.
Lovely.
But yeah, we shall see. Definitely. Well, I'm just going to put this over on for a second.
This table out the way, so... He left us the old instructions there. I was like, it's obviously like there's something from the original story. And I was like, oh, okay.
Because the regulation, it makes it funny because when I first started, the regulation was there wasn't any. There was no training to do installations or nothing. You got all these other countries all over Europe that like in Germany they go to university, they get a master's degree to be a tutor switch. And like in Scandinavia, it's all very done. It's a shame really. The UK is really lagging behind it all. To be honest with you, I've got a friend in Denmark, and he tells me so much stuff about or you might forget about the smart meter or whatever.
Yeah.
And then have you got matches at all?
I should have. No, they're next to the thing. Next to.
Excellent. Well, what I'm going to do now, because we know it's all clean and everything up there. Obviously, we've got a fire guard, so that's why we're going to do it the way we're going to do it. But we need to dry everything out in here.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paper up on top of this baffle plate. It's not something that you'll have to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put it on top of there because what that'll do is that'll go straight up into the chimney, and then we'll be able to because obviously we're going to have to. Oh, look, I suppose I can shut the doors a little bit.
So that will burn off some stuff, will it?
Yeah, don't push it in too tight. But it'll just what he's going to do is he's going to just dry it.
Right.
So that's what we need to do. We want to hear that scary roar up there.
Yeah.
Just make sure that damp plate's all, as you know, sticking up. That's what we want to do with it. So just going to light that. Do it in a couple of areas. And then we just want to hear a bit of a roar go. Because you can hear that roar going on there. I'll put a bit of fire cement in there before I go. There's a bit of a hole there.
That hole. Oh, I see. Yeah. So it's great. You can see the hole once the.
Yeah, that's the beauty of doing it like this. Is you can sort of make sure. I'm going to seal the pipe as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put some fire cement around that pipe because otherwise it's going to get too hot.
Right.
But it's going up there, right? So I can just do a little bit more paper. Yeah, that's good, sign. I'll just do a little bit more just to dry it out. And then I'll get some fire cement from the van and we'll seal that pipe up. And otherwise it'll be... I've tried sealing one up before when it was on and it was a nightmare. It ended up burning my fingers dead up in there and we had to put it out. So we shall seal it up now. Obviously it's got to be safe for you. You can't leave it not safe. Like that more. Just check down the side. So a lot of people get scared of that.
Yeah, because
it's a big noise, but that's what you want to be doing because you want to be drying it all out at the moment. So it's literally, it's just sitting on the baffle plate. So if we'd have started with the fire paper just on the floor there, on that grate, it would have probably just come straight back in the room because the
stuff would be up there.
Yeah, well the cold air would have been heavier than the warm air trying to get up there at the beginning. So so that's why I do that. On the video I did before, it was literally I put it in there, put loads of paper in there, lit it, dried it out, had the doors shut and everything, and then it was sorted.
Yeah.
It was fine, but yeah, I'm gonna go get some fire cement.
Cool.
And then we can get cracking. Right, I'm just gonna put a bit of fire cement on them joints, on that hole and everything, so it's all nice and secure. I'll just take one of my gloves off.
So the fact that it's all a bit rusted down the bottom doesn't matter, basically.
No. It's not actually. It's not rusted where there's holes around it. There's only one hole where we can see. I've just knocked a bit of the rust off there.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm just going to do like this all in a temporary basis, and then we can sort of assess everything once you've had a few fires and everything, and we get this door sorted out and that.
Yeah.
And I'll tidy this pipe up.
What is fire cement? Is it...
Fire cement is basically it's cement that goes off really quickly, and then what it does is it's sort of like it's fire resistant.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't fall apart.
It doesn't fall apart in heat.
Yeah.
So we can literally use this straight away. So what I'm going to do.
But it is still actually cement.
It goes off rock hard.
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is.
Does it change colour to a sort of a black? Is that?
No, it won't do. But what I'll do is when I come back, I'll spray it all up. So it'll all blend in all nice. But we'll just put it in there for now, just to tidy it up, just to make it safe. That's all I want to do today is just get it all safe so we can use it. And then when I get the doors ordered and everything, we can like you can use it as an open fire stroke wood burner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right way around. It's a bit fresh out there at the moment. So we could definitely do with a fire going.
Yeah, I wonder what the house is going to be like when it's with the fire on. You know how like you get, like you were saying, like the cold zones a bit. Like sometimes it makes other areas feel colder. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
And you get the breeze coming through.
Yeah, but what you'll do is you'll find once you've got the ash bed in there, you won't have any of that.
Is it not? Is that really an ash bed thing? Is it?
Yeah, that's what creates it, because there'd be nowhere for if you think about it, there'd be nowhere for the air to be drawn underneath the fire to draw it out of the room. So it really make a difference. It really makes a big difference.
And then that gives a much more consistent heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to get really hot in here. It makes such a difference, like with burnings and all sorts of things. So I've got quite a bit of cement on here, so make it look nice as well. Once I finish with it, on the next visit, you won't even know that there was any rusty bits at the bottom.
Yeah. Is there any reason why fires are black? Is it?
Well, I suppose that you can get them in all different colours. So
Yeah.
I think people prefer them. The majority of them are sold in black. But
I just wondered whether it was.
You can imagine originally in the old days they were all black.
Yeah.
And then I think it was probably harder to, have them different colours. But now I do ones that are bright, like fire engine red.
Oh really? Oh right.
Green,
Okay.
and I mean you can get the spray. So if you did want to change the colour of it,
Yeah.
you could do. You could spray it all up in a different colour. It's no problem at all.
What is it? Is it iron? Is it?
Yeah, it's cast iron.
So is it purely cast iron? Is
Purely cast iron, all cast iron. You can get stainless steel wood burners.
But the chimney's steel, right?
Yeah, the chimney's stainless steel.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, if you could probably have a cast iron flue.
Yeah, and that's I imagine how they used to be going.
It'd be a nightmare.
It'd be so heavy.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could have a steel wood burner, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be a bit dangerous to the touch.
Yeah, I mean, like they are stainless steel wood burners out there.
Yeah.
They're very expensive.
Right.
And they do look the part, but
yeah,
they're serious amounts of money. They are.
Just because steel's more expensive
Yeah.
than iron.
Well, yeah.
Right.
That's the thing,
because the flues are pricey, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like.
Well, they are. It depends where you go. Unfortunately, a lot of companies they try and rip you off, but you can buy them online.
Yeah.
And you can get like a 10-metre liner kit online for about 280 quid.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's
Oh wow.
Whereas a company will come along, they'll charge you £1,000 just for the liner, then the fitting on top.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they go like, oh, you need scaffolding. When sometimes you don't, like they would probably say you need scaffolding on your one, which you could probably do easy off a ladder.
Yeah.
So the great thing about fire cement is it goes off with the fire. So
yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So we get a fire going now, and then we'll move that TV out of the way, and the hands are clean. But what I'll do is, as you can see already, it doesn't even look like there was any broken bits.
That's great, isn't it? Yeah.
And then if we sprayed that all up. What I'll do is I won't bother spraying it up now. Yeah, I'll spray it all up when I come back.
Yeah.
And then, but now what we'll do is we'll just close that. Yeah, I've got to be in Brighton by 1:30.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'll have to ring him up. So, right. So now we want some paper. What we're going to do first. So yeah, that looks much safer now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I was worried it was gone.
Yeah. The problem with them is that because of the way they're fixed in, you'd have to take the whole bloody liner out.
Would you?
Yeah, because they they put this in and then they put it all on top of each other.
Yeah, so one leads onto the other.
Absolutely. So what we'll do is like, as I said, once I leave it like that.
Yeah.
And then when it goes hard, then what I'll do is I'll put another coat of fire cement over the top of it, side it all up, and then I'll spray it up, and then you won't even notice that there was ever. I mean, you can tell that it doesn't look like there was anything there now anyway.
Yeah.
It just needs a bit of tidying up, really, more than anything.
Why do people have those fans on them?
Basically, they're a good idea, them fans.
Are they?
Yeah, and I'd recommend you getting a couple.
Yeah.
Because they actually do. If you put one on either side, but put it so it's like one sitting here, and one sitting here, so it's facing towards the pipe.
Oh, right.
It makes such a difference because it'll push the air. Because around this area here, there'll be a lot of heat in there that it's not going anywhere. It'd be stagnant heat. It'll just stay in here. But if you put, and a lot of people make the mistake of putting the fans at the front.
Yeah.
And then what happens is it just pushes the heat from the front of the appliance.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't give you the maximum heat out of it.
Yeah.
But
it's just to try and chuck it into the room, basically.
But if you put them there, facing towards that, like an angle, facing towards that, it makes a huge difference. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put this paper in here, and then we're going to. But when you first do your first fire, don't ever screw. Some people put them in knots and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Keep it loose, basically.
Yeah, keep it loose. I did one the other day, and
I thought you had to like twist it and scrunch it.
Yeah, I put loads in as well. We really want. I'm going to use the doors at the moment, just to be on the safe side. Shut that down like that.
So is that window sort of breaking because of the heat?
I think it's broken.
Just someone's hit it.
No, I don't. I think because that bar was off.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's like this one won't undo, but that's all right because it will do once it starts.
Right.
Everything's going to start working once.
Needs to stretch a bit.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the time. I'll give that guy a ring about 20 past. I love doing this. It's the best part of the job.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it coming out.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, stick just a little bit more. I'll stick in there, and then we'll go for a fire. Hopefully that just light itself. Let's see. Just got to keep an eye on it for the time being, just for the first few hours and everything. I'll leave the doors on for now. I'll take a photograph of them in a minute, so I know exactly which parts I'm getting. In fact, I know exactly which parts to get. So even with the flame not being there, that's what this is like a smoke test kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So like you can see the smoke.
So why isn't that? Have you sort of just put it out? Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we want here. Right. There's that wood. Got over here. The dog's gonna love this.
Yeah.
And his new best friend.
Yeah, I can see it.
Excellent.
Climbing inside of the fire.
Yeah, hopefully not.
That's what we used to have an open fire. The dogs would occasionally light their tails on it. They got too close.
That's funny, that is. It's what I'm gonna do is what I normally do is I put
a big boy in straight away.
Well, no, just at the side.
Yeah.
Just so it's ready to
go once it's.
Yeah.
Is that how you normally start?
No, not really. It's just because it hasn't been used for a long time. Because I presume is this all the wood that you've got? Have you got some?
No, we got more. We got more outside.
Have you got some more kindling?
I don't know if I've got kindling. I've got an axe and can break one up.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be fantastic. Maybe that'd be brilliant if you could do that. Let's see what happens. Let's save some paper. What we're listening out for is the crackle. Move that out of the way now. That is fantastic. Have a bit more if you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you. Got some firelighters here. I hate firelighters, but I think they will work better. Yeah. Stink, these things. Horrible. A bit fresh out there.
Yes. Nice.
That's brilliant, thank you. Fantastic. That's really more than enough, thank you. Let's get a silver birch.
Yeah.
So probably one of the best.
The whole wood out here is not this bit here, but further down it's all silver birch.
Probably one of the best woods that you can burn on your fire.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Why is that? Just because it's not got too much.
Yeah, not too much sap in it, and it lights quite easily. Paper in there.
So why are you stacking it out so much? Is
Well, I'm only doing it for its first fire.
yeah.
You won't be doing this when you have
No.
fire. It's just literally I'm doing it because it's so wet out there. So
Yeah.
we want to get it nice and roaring,
Yeah.
and then you'll be sorted. You'll be fine. Get this wood lit, and then but yeah, that's how I always do it. I light them so they're roaring away,
Yeah.
and then. And then that way, you don't have to do this. I just want to hear that crackling. I'm going to put that guard on now just in case. I don't want anything falling down. So yeah, you won't have to do this. Once it all settles down,
Yeah.
hopefully now you won't have to put any more wood on this.
Yeah.
And then when it settles down, then you can just have like normal fires. You can hear it crackling away now.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. That's the problem with doing these. I get so sidetracked. I end up like staying here for hours.
Watching fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. It's brilliant. It is. Yeah, the great thing about fire cement as well is it because of the heat of the fire, it will go off, and it won't crack. It will go off with the heat of the fire,
Yeah.
and that roaring will stop once there's a nice thick ash bed in there. So
Right.
don't worry about it too
Yeah.
much. Plus, you're not going to have it as big as this.
Yeah, of course.
And then and you can see why I put two big logs on the sides because it dries them right out, and then you'll be
Yeah.
able to use them first.
Yeah.
And then put your logs on top, but use the little ones first, split them up and everything.
Yeah.
You got silver birch on there. This is why I do these videos.
Yeah, yeah.
Because people freak out when they hear that noise. Oh my God, you know, they really, really freak out.
So once it really gets going, you know, obviously you got normal.
But just have normal fire. You
Like
don't hear that
normal fire.
roar.
Should you see much smoke at all? Is it,
No,
yeah,
none
it's
at
kind of
all.
like just
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. You can see smoke now up there. There's
Yeah.
basically
Not loads.
no. At the beginning there would have been loads of
Yeah.
smoke. Eventually you'll see none.
Yeah.
It'll be just like, you know, that sort of like heat. I don't know what they call it, but
Yeah.
the hazy heat. That's all you'll see.
Yeah.
But I always set them up like this when I do them. If you go on my YouTube channel, check it out.
Yeah.
You'll see. I always blast them up. See, now you won't have to bother putting anything on that now for a few hours.
Yeah.
But just stay with it.
Yeah.
You know, if you can, if you've got the time to do that.
Yeah. So you can see the cement drying, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like it's. I mean,
You can see a little bit of smoke building there. That's just coming out there, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can see it up here a little bit, can't you? Like, is that just the cement?
That is, yeah.
It's because it's the smoke from the cement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, you can hear it.
Yeah.
So that's just bits drying out and coming down again, right?
Yeah.
Is it a little bit that hole, you think, as well?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just the other side. Might have to get a band for it down the bottom. See how we get on.
Oh, you can put like a band around
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
See it bubbling a little bit. Shut these doors down. Slow it down a bit. Slow it down a bit.
Yeah, I couldn't. When I opened it, I couldn't quite work out the best way to open and close those doors.
Settle down a bit. That's must be stuff on top of it.
It's just burning off, basically.
Yeah, you can see it, look.
Yeah.
Actually coming from the...
Just the sooty crap,
Yeah,
basically.
I think so.
You can see it rising off, you know, like...
Yeah, that's
there.
right.
And I think it's made it a little bit...
Yeah, just a little bit on. This is why I like to be here. That's why I obviously don't get the customer doing this, only me.
Yeah.
And if there's any issues, I can deal with them while I'm here. Makes great video footage as well. I wonder what it was on top of that to make it smoke like that. Maybe use some sort of clean on it or something. Yeah, because you can see it going. Look, it's weird, isn't it?
Sure, it's anything other than stuff that's been around, sitting on it for a while, you know.
Yeah. There must have been something on it. Well, the thing, it's weird because when you first have these fires, when they're first installed, they always smoke quite a bit.
What, like this?
Like this, because when they're first installed, and the main reason is the paints on them.
Yeah.
Haven't dried properly. So like, I've had lots of customers before in the past saying it's smoking, and it's like they think there's something wrong with it, and I'm like, just open the windows,
Yeah, just give
and
it
just
a-
let
yeah.
it just burn itself off and everything. So when you're looking at that smoke, it's actually coming off the top. It's not actually coming off the sides.
Yeah, you're trying to say, yeah,
It's weird, isn't it?
it's not the hole, is it?
No,
No.
well, there was only one little hole.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was like I went a bit mad with the cement just to be
yeah,
on the safe side and everything. But what I've done is I've just dying it down now
yeah.
and let it settle down because it was roaring a bit much. But you might end up having to open one of the doors
Yeah.
in a minute. But what I'll do is I'll just put a bit more cement just round the edge, just to be. And then we'll, I'll tidy this all up when I come out. Yeah, there's nothing there.
It's not smoking so much now, though, is it? It's a
No.
little bit, but not.
What do we put on it to make it smoke like that?
Can you reapply stuff to make it look newer?
Yeah, definitely. I'll get a band for it. It'll be sorted. Not a problem. I'll tidy all this up. It's just what we want to do today is basically we just want to get everything all dried out. That's all I'm thinking of. The quicker we get it all dried out, the easier it's going to be.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to end this video now. That's how you get a wood burning stove going after many years of not being used. Hope you have a great day. From Zachary Sweets. But I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer just to keep an eye on it. But my phone's starting to heat up, so I'm going to turn it off now. Have a great weekend. Right, just doing a final video on this chimney. It stopped smoking now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back, get the doors sorted out on it, and also tidy up the fire cement. I think someone spilt something on top of it, and that's why it was smoking as much as it was. It was a very interesting one, but we managed to get everything sorted out on it now. But I just wanted you to see. Obviously, I wasn't going to leave it until I was 100% confident that it was all safe and everything. What I'll do is when I come back next time, I'll tidy up the fire cement, probably put a band around it, and a nice thick band around the bottom of it, seal that all up and everything. And we're going to sort out the doors. There will be a part 2 to this video, but I just thought I needed just to give you guys a reassurance that as you can see, there's no smoke now. Everything's looking all fine with it and everything. Yeah, I went a bit mad with the fire cement in the end because I don't know why I thought it was leaking around the collar, but to be honest with you, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to make sure that these appliances are safe to use, and I certainly don't want the customer having smoke escaping and then me going off to my next job. That's not how I work. So I put everything on board in the van, and then just come back and just sat here and waited till the smoke died down. And it looks like someone spilt some sort of liquid on top of the actual top of the wood burner, and that's why it was smoking. But we've got that all sorted out. There was a couple of little holes around the collar. That's all been sorted out. But as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it all down, get it all nice and tidy in part 2. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sure it's been as entertaining as it has been for me and the customer. So, but at least they'll be able to use it for the time being now, in the knowledge that it's all fine and safe and everything. So, and I'm just going to leave it at that because I've already said whatever.